Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of our Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. I am your host, Jace Lejeune, joined by always the lovely
Sophie Gischel.
So, Sophie, once again, another show for a Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. Right now, you're probably watching this on Facebook, and you're probably watching us on YouTube. So, if we were at 20,000 YouTube subscribers, so we are really growing. So, if you're watching this show right now, do us a solid. Just it takes you about a second, right? Just hit subscribe, right? It doesn't take maybe about a point. I mean, less than a second to do. Just press subscribe and you're good, right? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you watch us on Facebook, like our Facebook page. Make sure to follow us on Facebook as well. And Sophie, we're kind of running out here. We're kind of towards the end. Now we have the playoffs coming up, and we have one regular season week left to go, but week 9 we're pretty much running out of these awards you're giving out.
Close to the end, Jace.
Yeah, we really are. But hey, if you think about it, we still got a couple weeks. We got 15 of these to get out, so this is only week 9. So we'll see how that goes the rest of the way. But once again, we want to thank everybody that participated this week in our Gridiron Football Player of the Week poll. Whether if you nominated somebody, if you're a coach or a fan, we appreciate you being involved in nominating a Player of the Week. And we also appreciate everybody that's voted, everybody that's donated. We had a pretty good week in donations this week as well. If you're wondering, all the donations are going towards, I have to stress this enough every single week. I sound like a broken record, but it seems like so if you have to repeat it. But all the donations are going towards the Gridiron Football American Bowl game, which we played at the end of the year on December 30th at Louisiana Christian University. So that's where all the money's going towards, and us just continuing to promote all these great high school athletes and give them a little bit of a spotlight. That's all we want to do. So, all right, so let's go into it. We narrowed down to 15 names. Sophie Gischel holds the key. I know everybody is waiting to see what Sophie has to say because she has the countdown. She has she has the key because
I got the
she knows exactly who won already. So she knows more than everybody else. So, all right, Sophie, let's kick off our list. Let's get this thing started. Who kicks off our list here at number 15?
For number 15, we've got Elton running back McKeelan Lemoy with 11 votes.
Yeah, McKeelan hasn't won yet, but he's looking like he might be a nominee at the end of the year.
He's on the list a lot.
He's actually leading the state of Louisiana in rushing this year. We're very familiar with McKeelan this year. We actually went to our camp at LC where the bowl game is going to be held at the end of the year and was the top running back at the camp. And it was just a little foreshadowing because he might be the top running back in Louisiana this year. Another gaudy stat line for McKeelan Lemoyne: 22 carries, 396 yards, almost 400 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns, and then why not have a 38-yard interception return for a touchdown too? So he had 5 touchdowns on offense, a touchdown on defense, and they won the football game 50-36. They needed all those touchdowns from McKeelan Lemoyne and over a really good Grand Lake football team as a respectable football program. So a big performance again by the state's leading rusher this year. So he is coming in at number 15.
All right, for number 14, we've got Montgomery's quarterback, Mason Jordan, with 12 votes.
Just edge out. You talk about just edge out McKeelan for number 14. Mason Jordan, he's also a guy that's been on this list a couple of times this year. We're actually going to see him. We'll both see him at the bowl game at the end of the year. He's one of the quarterbacks I'll be playing in the bowl game this year. Talk about a really good performance from Mason Jordan. He's actually, I don't think it's talked about a whole lot, but he's actually one of the state's leading passers this year. So we already have McKeelan, one of the state's leading rushers. Now we have Mason, one of the state's leading passers. But pretty good first half, I gotta admit. He completed 12 of 13 passes, 289 yards, and 7 touchdowns. That's really good for a whole game, Sophie. That was just only one half. That was only one half of football, and they won 46-14 over Lakeview. But big performance there from Mason Jordan, 289 yards through the air and 7 touchdowns. Come in at number 14.
For number 13, we've got Ascension Catholic running back Trevin Simon with 32 votes.
So from a quarterback we'll be seeing at the bowl game this year to a running back we're going to be seeing at the bowl game this year. Ascension Catholic running back Trevin Simon. Another guy, won't be surprised if he is one of our Players of the Year nominees right now. He's been all these 3 guys so far have been on this list multiple times. So they are definitely going to be in that running. But 19 carries, 389 yards rushing as a running back and 6 touchdowns, and might as well add a kickoff return for an 81-yard touchdown too. But they put up 72 points on White Castle. Wow. 72 to 21 win over the Bulldogs. Trevin Simon's having himself a phenomenal season this year for Ascension Catholic. I don't know what's in the air over there, but they have great running backs, and he's another great running back, having a great season this year. We're looking forward to seeing him in our bowl game as well. But coming in at 32 votes, and these are really familiar names for our first 3 guys.
Definitely people we've said before and will probably continue to say.
Definitely for sure.
Alrighty, for number 12, we got Destrahan running back Malachi Dabney with 46 votes.
So, Sophie, you got to put the dab to it. Malachi Dabney, that's right. That was pretty cringe, but we're going to go over it anyway. Malachi Dabney, another great running back in the state of Louisiana. And this is a guy we're going to talk a lot about, not only this year, but next year. And we actually talked about a lot of him last year. So he's been having a great career so far for the Wildcats at Destrahan. 25 carries, 242 yards, and 7 touchdowns. 7 touchdowns on the ground. It's been a pretty good game, pretty good list so far if you're a running back. And right now, Malachi Downey, you scored 7 rushing touchdowns against your arch nemesis, against your rival, Hanville. Those teams don't really like each other that much, Sophie. So big performance for Malachi Dabney. When you score 7 touchdowns, you win the football game 49-28. All the touchdowns in that football game were from him. So Malachi Dabney, like I said, making the dab. If he doesn't do that, Malachi, you got to do that as your touchdown dance every single time you're in the end zone. It's in your name. What do you think about that? No?
No.
You're not feeling it? You're not feeling the dab?
I think you've stolen the spotlight from him today.
Unfortunately. But, Malachi's been a really great player for Destrahan, and they can make a run. The Wildcats can make a run to the Superdome because you have a ball carrier like that. 7 touchdowns, pretty impressive performance from him.
All 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
For number 11, we've got Booker T. Washington and Shreveport, wide receiver and safety, Vontravius Moore with 48 votes.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned him at wide receiver and safety because he impacted the game on both sides of the football. Not bad when you have 4 catches in the football game. Well, if you have 4 catches in the game, might as well make most of those opportunities. He did. He had 4 catches, 100 yards, and he scored 3 touchdowns. So 3 of the 4 catches he had went for scores. And then he also had an interception return for a touchdown on defense. So 4 touchdowns, and you touched the ball 5 times, really, if you include the time he caught the ball on defense. So 4 touchdowns on 5 touches. They won the football, and he forced a fumble, too, on defense as well. 62-16 win for Booker T. Washington. A great win for Coach Gary Cooper and Booker T. Washington. Up in Shreveport, you got the one in Shreveport, and you got the one in New Orleans. But Vontravius Moore makes his debut on this list at number 11. After a couple guys we talked about before in the past, we finally have somebody making their debut.
For number 10, we've got White Oak in Texas, athlete Jackson Ludlow with 65 votes.
I was waiting for it. We just went through a couple of Louisiana people.
We had to shove the Texas guys in there somewhere.
Yeah, they're going to be in here and still looking for their first win this year on our list. But White Oak, Texas athlete, another guy we've talked about a couple times as well, Jackson Ludlow. And Richard, your uncle, was actually helping me pick out this list. And Richard was like, what else does he do? Like, where's the rest of the team? Because of all the stuff that he does for the team is pretty insane. But quarterback, of course, he completed 15 of 28 passes, 290 yards, and 2 touchdowns of the air. He also had 13 carries for 115 yards, and here it is. A 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, too. So he also returned kicks. He's your quarterback. He punts as well. He plays running back, receiver. I mean, he does everything. And I'm sure if they asked him to block, I'm sure he can probably do that, too. But he's the son of a coach, So it makes sense where he's just that knowledgeable about the game, and he can play pretty much about everything. Hey, maybe his dad even lets him call a couple of plays every now and then too. But Jackson Lobo, an incredible athlete, very versatile player over there for White Oak, and did all he could. They lost 50-49 in overtime. A tough loss to Tam High School, but still very impressive individual effort there for Jackson Lobo, who's kind of like Taysom Hill. I mean, he does a little bit of everything for White Oak High School.
Alrighty, for number 9, we've got Boston athlete Tyrese Henry with 231 votes.
Might be a sign of things to come, because this is only a sophomore. He's only a 2028 prospect, and we list him as athlete, Sophie, just like Jackson, because like Jackson, Tyrese can do a lot of different things for his football team. He had 3 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown on offense. On defense, he had 2 interceptions and a tackle. And on special teams, he had 3 kickoff returns for 121 yards and a touchdown. So let's recap it pretty simply for you. He scored a touchdown on offense. He had 2 interceptions on defense, and he had a kickoff return for a touchdown on special teams. So that's impacting the game, all 3 areas of the game. They did lose the football game, though, but still, like Jackson, very impressive individual performance that we cannot overlook.
Alrighty, for number 8, we've got Southern Lab quarterback Jerry Botley IV with 320 votes.
Yeah, Jerry Botley is a guy where we followed a lot over his career for Southern Lab, and he was dealing with some injuries this year, the first half of the season, but you get him back healthy, and when you get him back healthy, that makes Southern Lab a very dangerous football team. He's committed to play for Delaware State, the next level. He's going to play for Deshaun Jackson, former Philadelphia Eagle, all-pro wide receiver, and he's going to try his best to try to lead maybe a playoff push for the Southern Lab Kittens. Yeah, that's right, they're the Kittens. That's right, Southern Lab. So you can't play a better first half than what Jerry just did. He threw the pass 10 times, all right? He completed all 10 of his passes. So He was perfect, 10 for 10. He threw for 227 yards, and he threw for 4 touchdowns. So 4 of those 10 completions went for scores, and he did it all in the first half because they were just pulling away from Central Private to 7. So that's all you need from a Jerry Botley when you have a perfect first half like that. Hey, I mean, might as well save him for the second half and save him for the rest of the season, especially when you ball out like that in the first half.
Alrighty, for number 7, we've got Haynes Academy quarterback Trent Helwig with 865 votes.
Yeah, give a shout out to Coach P.J. Sprunk. I know he helps us a lot with the bowl game. He was one of the head coaches last year for a bowl game last year. And this is his first year with Haynes Academy, doing a great job with them this season. Their quarterback made this list this time. He had 176 yards rushing on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns, so it shows his dual threat ability right there. He also threw the football 125 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. So put that all together, 6 total touchdowns in the game for Trent. He also had 2 successful 2-point conversions as well. So 301 total yards of offense, 6 total touchdowns, and you add 2 more 2-point conversions. So I gotta say, that's 36 points accounted for. So if he just account his points, they would have won the football game 36-35 against Patrick Taylor. But they won the football game 47-35. Great performance from Trent. And when you have a performance like that, you deserve to win the football game, and Haynes Academy did.
Very impressive. Alrighty, for number 6, we've got DeQuincy wide receiver and cornerback Kobe Poole with 1,090 votes.
Yeah, well, another two-way guy that made a lot of things happen for DeQuincy, and it's really hard to have a stat line like that, even at the college or NFL level. But he had 11 catches in the game, which is pretty impressive at the high school level to have that many catches in one game. But 11 catches, 233 yards receiving, a pretty good yards per catch average there. He also scored 3 touchdowns in the football game. On defense, defense, had 4 total tackles, 2 solo, 2 assists, and of course the cherry on top, he did this against Andy's alma mater, Rose Pine. So he did that against the Rose Pine Eagles. So sorry, Andy, hasn't been a great season for your Eagles, but great performance, however, for Kobe Poole. 233 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns on offense. Really helped them get in the nominations and be here on a list at number 6.
Alrighty, next up, we got another Texas kid.
Yep.
Number 5, from Crosby, we got linebacker Ashton Lamel with 1,342 votes.
After all the linebackers we had that won Player of the Week, I was kind of waiting, okay, where is the linebacker representative
here? We got
here?
one right there.
Yep, we do. And Ashton Lamel from Crosby High School. We were looking like, we need somebody, we need a defensive player. We have a couple of two-way guys, but here we have a linebacker. And if you're a linebacker, you have to stand out. And the reason why Ashton stood out in his game in a 49-14 win over New Caney Porter is because 3.5 sacks. I mean, that is really impressive. 3.5 sacks, 8 tackles, 3 solo. I tell you what, the quarterback must have gotten really tired of seeing him that entire game because he had 3.5 sacks and he hit him about 4 more times. So 4 quarterback pressures. I'm sure New Caney Porter's quarterback was tired of seeing Ashton Lamel hit him all night long. But that was the case. Great performance there for Ashton Lamel coming in our top 5. And we're going up the list now.
For number 4, another Texas guy. We got Orangefield quarterback Carson Gonzalez with 1,990 votes.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a run here with the Texas guys over there. But Carson Gonzalez makes our list here from Orangefield High School in Texas. Carson, he completed 9 of 13 passes through the air for 229 yards and 3 touchdowns throwing the football. He also had 16 carries for 141 yards and 4 touchdowns rushing as well. 7 total touchdowns in the football game. So 229 through the air, 141 on the ground. You add his touchdowns all together, 7 total touchdowns in the football game, 370 total yards, and they won the football game 56-28 over East Chambers High School. But Carson Gonzalez, great performance. Only a junior, still has another year left, and is going to be a great quarterback to watch out for next year for sure, and is definitely certainly on our radar for next year.
Alrighty, we got one more Texas guy. For number 3, we got China Spring running back, Krishawn Gregory with 2,055 votes.
Yeah, Krishawn Gregory from China Spring High School in Texas. I mean, he had an impressive performance, and they needed it too because they won the football game. A close one, Sophie, 49-47 over Lorena High School. And Krishawn had 38 carries, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. And, hey, the handing the ball off to him is pretty good. How about we try throwing it to him as well? They did, and it happened to be a touchdown catch. So I had 1 catch for a 12-yard touchdown. Add it all together, 332 total yards and 4 total touchdowns in the win. 49-47, man, they needed that. And Krishawn Gregory was their bell cow, and he helped them get a huge win last Friday night. Great job by Krishawn Gregory being on this list in our top 3.
Alrighty, we got our top 2 now.
Let's come down to the wire between these 2 schools. I'll tell you that.
For number 2, we've got Westlake quarterback Brody Anderson with 13,265 votes.
Yeah, first of all, round of applause for Westlake High School. Yep, little golf clap there. There we go. Great job for Westlake and their community. Appreciate everybody that voted, that donated. I know they came up just short, but still a great effort there. I mean, coming in, like you mentioned, Sophie, over 13,000 votes. And they've also had a lot of donation votes as well, so we can't appreciate y'all enough. But Brody Anderson, he was 14 for 19, 283 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns through the air. Very efficient game, but he also showed his ability as a runner too. 9 carries, 133 yards, and 3 more touchdowns. You put that all together, 416 total yards of offense and 6 total touchdowns. They won the football game. It was a close one again, 54-49 over South Beauregard. But this is a quarterback, still has another year. The 2027 class for Louisiana at the quarterback position is top notch. This is another one you got to throw in the ring next year as well. Brody Anderson, he's a really great quarterback for Westlake. Keep an eye on him as well. And he's another good one. 6 touchdowns, 416 total yards. And when you win a shootout, I think it makes you feel yourself even better. It makes you feel even better if you're Brody Anderson, because you won the football game and they needed you, obviously, to come and put up a show.
Alrighty, we got one more left.
Yeah. Sophie, we're going down to our Gridiron Football Player of the Week for Week 9. And once again, before we give out who it is and before Sophie announces it, I want to thank everybody as well once again for donating, for voting to her cause as well for the Gridiron Football Player of the Week. All the donations are going towards a Gridiron Football American Bowl game. And just like mentioned, that's what we do the show. We want to profile and spotlight not only just the winner, but also everybody that was in our top 15 as well. But here we go, Sophie. It's been dominated this year by the state of Louisiana for a Gridiron Football Player of the Week, even though last year, or 2 years ago, we had a Texas quarterback that won Player of the Year. So you never know. We're going to see who it is. Is it going to be another defensive player? Is it going to be another quarterback, running back? We're about to find out. But a little drum roll here. All right, Sophie, without further ado, tell us who is our Gridiron Football Player of the Week.
For number 1, we've got Logansport, quarterback, running back, and wide receiver, Keaton Kaysen with 17,838 votes.
Congratulations, Keaton. Keaton Kaysen from Logansport is our Gridiron Football Player of the Week for week number 9. And you mentioned it, quarterback, running back, wide receiver. Looks like we're going off an entire resume when we talk about Keaton Kaysen. But he did that. I mean, you mentioned his ability as a quarterback. He completed 10 of 13 passes, 181 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's the quarterback part, right? The running back part, 14 carries, 86 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's the running back part. The receiver part, 2 catches for 32 yards and a touchdown. So that is what we call, Sophie, a hat trick. When you have a touchdown pass, a touchdown run, and a touchdown catch. So all he needed was a kickoff return for a touchdown or a defensive touchdown, and it completed everything.
He's just checking things off his box.
Off the list, right? Responsible for 299 total yards of offense, 7 total touchdowns in the football game as well. They won it big, 42-8 over LaSalle. What can I mention? What can I say, Sophie? That a lot of times is not the most deserving. Sometimes that wins Player of the Week, but that actually might be the most deserving to win it. When you throw for touchdowns, you run for touchdowns, and you catch a touchdown. I mean, what can I say? A great performance there from Keaton. Logansport's been a great program. Coach McGee does an awesome job over there, up there in North Louisiana. And Keaton Kaysen, a jack of all trades, right? For sure. Quarterback, running back, receiver. Congratulations. I know Logansport's going to make a run when you have a guy, a jack of all trades, Swiss Army knife, like a guy like Keaton Kaysen, coming in with over 17,000 votes, close to 18,000 votes as the winner. Appreciate y'all. 13,000 in just votes, over close to 5,000 votes in donation votes as well. So one more time, round of applause there for Logansport High School, and once again for Keaton Kaysen. So Sophie, tell us, what will Keaton win for being a Gridiron Football Player of the Week?
For Player of the Week, you get an awesome, super amazing Letterman patch. Gridiron Football National Player of the Week.
Wow.
Then you get put in the running for the Gridiron Football Player of the Year one.
Wow.
You could get 2 or 1.
Yeah, he could have 2. He can be in the running for both of them. But yeah, Sophie, and speaking of that, people have been asking me about when do they receive, especially the players that won, when do they receive the Letterman jacket patches. So we were thinking about this over the last couple of weeks, but we're planning on having an end of the year awards banquet and so that's going to be in January, and we're planning on having that event at the end after the conclusion of the bowl game, and we'll invite everybody that's won our Player of the Week to receive their Letterman jacket patch at this award ceremony. And then, like Sophie mentioned, if you've won Player of the Week, you're in the running for Player of the Year. Obviously, we'll ask your coach for the stat line and everything. And then let's say we'll have about 15 of those, and we'll add maybe another 10 more to be in the running for Player of the Year as well, that's been consistently on the list all season long. Also, Keenan will get an interview with the Gridiron football staff to talk about his performance and his game. We'll try to maybe talk to Coach McGee as well. So if we're going towards the end of the regular season right now, week 10 coming up. So next week, gotta say, Sophie, you gotta take advantage of it, especially if you know you're not going to make the playoffs. But week 10 is the last opportunity for a lot of players. So I recommend, before we wrap up the show, make sure to, if you're a coach, make sure to nominate your player for next week. On Friday, we'll open nominations. We'll close nominations on Monday at noon. We'll narrow down our top 15 on Monday afternoon, and we'll begin voting from Monday afternoon, and we'll close it to Thursday at 9 o'clock. Donation votes will close an hour earlier at 8 o'clock, and then obviously we'll go over who won the results at 5 o'clock on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. So Sophie, before we wrap up as well, I'm sure a lot of people have been asking about Andy, and just want to let you, we got great news about Andy as well. He just went through back surgery. And right now that he's actually back at home, he's resting, he's feeling a lot better. And he says in a matter of no time he's going to be back to 100 miles per hour. I'm like, I'm not sure about that, Andy. Rest a little bit more, and then we want you at full speed. But he's resting back at home with the family. So appreciate all the support, appreciate all the prayers, and everybody that have given out prayers out to Andy. All right, Sophie, any final thoughts?
I don't think so. Guys, the stat lines keep getting more and more impressive. We got more and more guys that are both sides of the field, or all three if you include special teams.
Yeah, let's take a recap so far. I mean, right now we've had week 1, we've had Cooper Babin, a quarterback. Then we've had our linebackers, right? Pine linebacker, Caden Stogner. Week 2, Buckeye linebacker, Ty Curtis. Week 3, we've had Grand Lake quarterback, J.J. LaBeouf in week 4. Lake Arthur linebacker, Wyatt Monso in week 5. New Iberia running back, receiver, Kendrick John Lewis, week 6. Week 7, Albany running back, Jonah Grobe. Week 8, Handon linebacker, Grayson Dupree. And then today we have Logan Sport, do everything player, Keaton Kaysen. So we have week 10 coming up. All right, Texas, Alabama. I'm looking for one of y'all to finally break the streak from Louisiana this year, but it continues at least for another week. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for watching the show. And for Sophie, I'm Jace. Thank y'all so much for watching the show. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Make sure to follow us on everything on social media. Hey, the website hovering above our head, check that out. GridironFootballUSA.com. You see Sophie showing that off as well. Thank you, guys.
Do you want me to stop?
Yeah, I'm going to stop right here. The screen just went. Have yourself a great football week, and we'll see you all next Thursday for a Gridiron Football Player of the Week show.